It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Neil O'Neill, Kenny the Jet Smith, we're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the New York Knicks. For New York, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And Carmelo, prior to last season making the choice to stay in New York, what do you think, Shaq, of that decision?
You know, he went with his heart. He wanted to stay in New York. You know, it's hard to evaluate after having to shut it down due to injury, but, you know, hopefully he's worked out in the summer. Hopefully he's coming back with a better focus, and hopefully he wants to get back on top. Because there was a time in the league where Carmelo's name had to be mentioned. It's kind of slipped away, but hopefully he'll get that back.
Yeah, he was the guy. You know, he's the leader of the Knicks. He still is that leader.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Spurs. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shot.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. There with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. Then there's a Flalo. And it's Calderon in at the
broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
On defense, New York. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Swiped it away. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Baker. Powered down with both hands.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Derek Fisher for a moment. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Baker. Shot clock at 3. Rebound by Anthony.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Dishes to Calderon. Pass to Porzingis, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Calderon. He had 10 points in the win against San Antonio.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.